Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we're going to have Martin. Martin is from London in the UK. So let's see what Martin has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello, Martin. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Absolutely no problem.
So tell me, how's your day going so far?
My day's very good, thank you. Very good. It's been a relaxed Friday so far. Well, a little bit of pleasure and a little bit of business. So yeah, all good.
So tell me, what has been the highlight of your week so far?
Oh wow, the highlight of my week. Probably catching up with an old friend today.
Uh-huh.
That was very good. Just an old pal from back home. He popped into London. We had a bit of food and a catch up, and yeah, it was nice. Really good.
Tell me where you're from, Martin.
I'm originally from Essex, which is a little town just outside of London, or little county rather, from a little town called Colchester. But
Okay.
I live in South London.
I see. And what's the biggest joy of living in London, in your opinion?
Oh man, it's in my opinion probably the coolest city. I think it's huge. There's so much to do, probably too much to do. But yeah, it's just everything on your doorstep.
And why the change from Essex to London?
Well, I've always been intrigued by London. I've always liked, yeah, coming up to London and sort of spending the day here and sort of visiting people that I know that live here. And I always wanted to move here. Then I met my partner a few years back, and she lives in London, so it kind of made sense. And I wanted to live with her, so yeah, it all worked out very well.
Amazing. Yeah, I think London, it's a place that, there are a lot of opportunities. Once you get to London, it's difficult for you to get away from London, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's. I mean, I always had a lot of friends that lived in London, and trying to meet up with them was always a bit of a nightmare because they're always busy and always doing stuff. Whereas now I am now that person. So I sort of have so much social activities and work and all that kind of stuff up here. So yeah, finding time can be a bit tricky, but it's a nice problem to have anyway.
And what do you do for work for a living, Martin?
I write music for, I write production music. So music that's used in TV shows or adverts or, yeah, just background music on TV and radio and streaming services and whatnot.
That's amazing. So walk me through a little bit more about your career as a musician, how everything started.
Well, as a musician in general.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So I started playing the guitar when I was 12. Growing up in the 90s, I had two older brothers that listened to a lot of music. I had one brother who listened to sort of hip hop and all that kind of stuff, and another brother who listened to guitar music. I was more interested in the guitar music because it was noisy and it was a little bit rebellious, I guess. So yeah, I got into that. I got into bands like the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Green Day and Oasis and that sort of thing. So that yeah inspired me to want to learn to play the guitar. I went to music college when I was a teenager and studied it, played in loads of bands, and then I was a guitar teacher for a little while. I was a music technology teacher for about 10 years.
Wow.
So yeah, I've done a fair bit. So yeah, it's nice to it's nice to work from home and write music and yeah, be productive in my own space, I guess.
Amazing. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey so far, okay?
Okay, yeah.
But before we start our journey, William the Magic Box, I'd like you to tell me something interesting about yourself or maybe something that not many people know about you.
Oh wow. I once played at Brixton Academy in London in front of about 9,000 people, I think.
Wow.
Which is pretty good fun. That was with a DJ. It was it was called, I think it's hard dance. I think the style of music was. Yeah, it's something that I forget I do sometimes. So it's not something I always bring to the table.
Amazing. Very good. Martin, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. See what happens.
Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Full of random questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Right, so before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer, you don't want to talk about, always can change, okay?
Yeah, cool.
Amazing. Okay, first question is, what is the most beautiful thing someone has ever done for you?
I would say giving me their unconditional support. That would be my other half, definitely.
Wow.
Just
And
no questions asked, just there.
And why is that? Why do you think you always had this genuine support?
I just think I'm very lucky to be with someone who naturally offers that.
Wow. And how did your path cross for the first time, if you can share?
So I was a music teacher, and I was made redundant. So I took a new course in training to be a barber, and my other half, she trained to be a barber at the same barber academy, but we didn't meet each other. Then a few years later, I was offered teaching work there to teach barber students how to cut hair, and she was teaching there as well. So
Wow.
we that's how we met and hit it off. And yeah, 4 years later, it's,
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so she's watching this interview right now. When you have a moment, an opportunity to send her a message, what would you say? She's watching.
I would say thank you for your unconditional support and love through the 4 years we've had together.
Beautiful, amazing. Okay. Next question, let's do it. Hey, Martin from London. Next question is, what's the best advice ever received?
The best advice I've ever received, it would be when I was younger and trying to sort of figure stuff out. I mean, we're all still trying to figure stuff out. Doesn't matter how old you are. I was always told when it comes to work and jobs as a musician, to just say yes to everything and worry about it later. So don't question what it is. Just go, yep, I'll do it. Then figure it out later.
Wow. Saying that, what's the biggest joy of being Martin? What do you like the most about being you?
Man, that's a good question and a tough one. The best part of being me, just every morning getting to wake up and do it all again. Do you know what I mean? Even if it's just the simple stuff like having a coffee or watching TV show or listening to a podcast or going to work. Yeah, it's all a blessing, I think.
Do you consider yourself to be more of a day or a night person?
I'd say a bit of both. I enjoy all aspects of the day, but I think I like the part of the evening where you start to wind down and sort of get ready for bed kind of thing. That's the gentle hours, I like to call it.
I see.
Yeah.
And you've always been this way?
I think so, yeah. I think so. Yeah, absolutely. I like being productive throughout the day. I like sort of sitting back in the evening knowing that I've had a productive day. It's a good feeling because then you can allow yourself to switch off a little bit and do your thing.
What's your star sign or astrology, Martin?
I'm a Taurus.
So you are April?
Yes. Yeah.
Amazing. Very good. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, so before the next question, tell me what's the biggest joy of being in the music industry? Yeah? What do you like the most about, your career, about your projects, about your job? And the flip side, what do you find most challenging?
So the thing that I like about it the most is getting to work on lots of different projects, in various styles of music, getting to and it, being my job and being paid for it as well. That's always good.
Hmm.
Getting to work with really nice people, and meet new people, and collaborate with people. Um, and I guess the downside would be, um, oh wow, I would say, yeah, I guess it's keeping the momentum. I guess a downside would be having to keep that creative momentum going. It can be a little bit challenging sometimes. Most of the time it's good. Most of the time it's there and it's free flowing. But sometimes you have those days where, yeah, it just doesn't happen, and it's
Wow.
can be frustrating. But that's where you learn to walk away for a few hours and come back to it, kind of thing.
Walk me through one of your busy days, for example, creating music for TV shows or for TV. Um, how does work? Tell me a little bit about the process. How does it work? You get contact from people who is creating a project or something, and walk me through a little bit.
So I write for various production companies, and they will send me a brief or a commission that's tailored for, to write music for a reality TV show, for example, and
Right.
and they'll give you breakdown points of it. It needs to sound reflective or nostalgic or emotional. Here are some of the reference tracks we'd like you to listen to and get some ideas from, and it starts from there.
I
So
see.
I would spend maybe a few days listening to the reference tracks first.
Uh-huh.
Then I would get an idea of what they're after. Then I would sit with a guitar or a keyboard, or and just start creating, and yeah, just seeing what happens, what comes out.
And those ideas, they come like very easy, or sometimes takes time for you. You need some time to kind of work on it, or how does work your process of?
Oh man, all of the above. All
Yeah,
of the above. Sometimes I could sit down and it writes itself. Other times, yeah, it's a bit, it's a little bit trial and error. It's code cracking. It's working out, finding that right chord or that right melody or that right sound. Yeah, yeah,
I see.
it's yeah, trial and error. That's yeah.
Okay. Next question is, oh, good question for you. What would your theme song be if you had your own show?
My own theme song. Um, Crazy Horses by the Osbournes.
Why is that?
I think it's a very underrated song. First of all, um, I think if you're going to start a game show, you need a good lively track to listen to, and yeah, it sets the mood. I think
Saying that, what would be the title of your memoir?
my memoir. Um, oh man, I don't know. That's a great question. Um, oh man, I don't know. That's a real tough one. Yeah, I think we'll come back to that one. I think.
I'm sure. I'm sure after we finish the interview, we're gonna go
It'll
like,
come to me.
wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Of
For
course. Yeah. Maybe we'll come back to that one.
next question, let's do it. Okay, Martin. Next question is, oh, tough question now. If your plane was going down and you could call just one person to say goodbye, would that
Oh
would be
my
goodbye?
god. Oh, it would be yeah, it'd definitely be my partner. That's for sure. Oh man, what a question. I don't know. Who do you choose? Your other half or your mum? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But then maybe my other half would be next to me because we would be traveling together. So then I would call my mum.
I can't believe you put her in the same plane as you.
Well, we'd probably be sat next to each other. It's fine.
Oh dear, I love it. Tell me something. When you think about, aging or, dying, what is your thought about that? Something that bothers you, or you just see as a matter of life?
It used to bother me. I think I now see it as it is just the matter of life. It is. I think getting older. I think it's in a world full of age-resisting products and trying to sort of slow down the aging process of how we look. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think getting old is a privilege.
Totally. Yes.
And I think if that means I get grey hair, my hair falls out, I get wrinkles, whatever. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think it's, I think lines and wrinkles and all that kind of stuff on people's faces, that's just that's the map of the life you've lived.
Wisdom. I call my gray hair wisdom.
Wisdom, absolutely, yeah, without a doubt. I think it should be embraced. I think totally. Yeah, I think there are other things to worry about in life rather than trying to stay looking young, personally.
Absolutely. No, I totally get your point. I think it's a privilege for us to be able to be living our age, in our age we're living now, because I think it's some people didn't make it, sadly, you know what I mean? And I think
that's very true. That is very true.
The gift for us to see ourselves aging and experience a new decade or a new life or a new place.
Yeah.
And of course, when you look back, you go like, oh my God, 10 years ago, maybe I didn't feel this pain here or this pain there. However, there's other things that you are learning through it as well.
Of course.
There's a beauty. Every age, there's a beauty, for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. I fully agree.
Saying that, what's the meaning of life for you?
The meaning of life. Wow. I mean, that's a tough one. I guess that's a tricky one that's a difficult one to answer without sounding too cliche. Do you know what I mean?
No right or wrong answer. Whatever
this is true. The meaning of life is to explore and enjoy.
Tell me a life lesson that life has taught you that you feel very grateful for.
That life is short. And I think life is short, and it's learning to appreciate, each day and what you've got. Don't sweat the small stuff, because worry about the things that are important.
For sure. 3 questions left. Let's do it.
Okay.
Before the next question, in the beginning of the interview, you mentioned about some, some artists growing up that you start your music, journey. Tell me 3 names of 3 people that you always be inspired by in the music industry.
That would be Green Day. I started listening to them since I was 12. Well, maybe even 11, actually. Wow. Who else? Jimi Hendrix.
Wow.
3 people. Wow. Okay. I'm just trying to think. I was just trying to think of artists that I've sort of grown up listening to as well, more than anything. Yeah, maybe I was going to say Oasis, but that's very on point at the minute, isn't it? Yeah, no, I'll go with those 3.
Okay, so let's pretend that all of them, they are still with us here, okay? One day, you're going to wake up in the morning with 3 missed calls on your phone for those 3 you just mentioned right now.
Yeah.
Which one you call back straight away? Which one you send a message? I'll call you back later. And the 3rd one, you don't call back, you don't send a message, you just ignore it for a while.
Okay, that's all right. I like this one. I would say I would definitely call Green Day back without a doubt. Without a doubt. I would text Oasis saying, I'll give you a call back. Then with Jimi Hendrix, I wouldn't bother because he doesn't need me.
Cheeky, right? Cheeky.
Because it's Hendrix, do you know what I mean?
He's the one.
Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't need me. I need him.
But I can't believe you ignored his call. Wow.
Yeah, I know, I know. Sorry, Jimmy, but yeah, you don't need me. You're good enough as you are. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, talking about life, tell me what scares you the most about your future.
Uncertainty.
Why is that?
I guess it's not so much. I guess it's the uncertainty of having plans and ideas in your head and
Hmm.
speaking about them with a loved one or a friend, or this is what I want to happen or whatever. And maybe, yeah, maybe for me, there's a little bit of worrying about the uncertainty of whether those things might happen or not. Um, yeah, and not achieving as much as I would want to have. I think
Right.
if I got to the pearly gates and I looked back and thought, oh, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. That's yeah, I wouldn't want that at all.
Once a very good friend of mine told me something that always kept to me when I find myself in a place where I have those doubts, thoughts, you know what I mean, that you don't find
Yeah.
answer. He said, William, not knowing, it's a powerful place to be.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
you know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, God, it was great to hear that, because sometimes you get yourself in those thoughts, which is good. I think it's good for us to be, work on ourselves professionally, and we want to achieve things.
Yeah.
However, not knowing is a powerful place to be, because it's a place where we don't know. So it can go, different,
This
and it
is
can happen.
true.
So
Yeah, I think sometimes, yeah, knowing less is power.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a good position to be. No, I like that. It's a good position to be in.
maybe. Two questions left. Let's do it.
Okay.
Before the next one, of course, we got connected through TikTok, yeah. And of course, I was watching some of your videos, and I could see there the passion. I could see there you enjoying what you're, doing it, performing. My question for
Yeah.
you: what's your idea behind your page on TikTok?
Um, I guess it was initially set out to promote myself as a musician.
Okay.
Because I guess everything nowadays is done online and social media.
Yeah.
So, say for example, if I went to see a band play and got talking to them, and if they needed a guitar player, I could say, here's my Instagram, here's my TikTok.
Right.
You can see what I do, um, and it's a good way of creating a portfolio of
Totally.
different styles that I can play in. And it's yeah, I guess it's almost like a digital business card more than anything. So that was my idea. I think in terms of fame and fortune, it's not what I set out to do.
Tell me the feeling when you are playing your guitar. Tell me when you are there, performing your songs or performing there. What's going on in your mind or in your body when you are performing with your guitar?
I would say when I'm playing the guitar, I don't think about anything else. I think it's because I'm so focused on what I'm playing and what I'm hearing. I kind of sort of get lost in the world of the guitar, the sound, the atmosphere, playing with other musicians. Especially, yeah, when you are on stage with someone or other musicians, especially when the band works really well together, you've got that nice connection, and you're all kind of in tune with each other, sort of metaphorically as well as musically. And yeah, you're just in another world. It's great. It's yeah. I don't really feel it with anything else. Yeah, yeah, being stuck in another world and just being free.
Amazing. Okay. Next question is, what is one thing you can't live without?
One thing I can't live without. Um, oh, wow, I would say my other half, because she's lovely. Um, my dog.
Oh,
Oh man, but I've had to choose one thing. um,
I'll get those two.
okay, well, I mean, if it was just one thing, then maybe yeah, I couldn't live without music. I couldn't live without hearing music. I think
Right.
I think I heard a quote the other day that life without music would be a mistake.
I like that. Wow.
Yeah, and
Wow.
it's true. It's very true.
It's so interesting, Martin. I love music. Like music for me, it brings the best of me. For example, I'm playing here music from my childhood memories that which brings me this great energy, and
Yeah, yeah,
I cannot live without music. It's something. Even when I'm feeling sad or melancholic, I
yeah,
put a
yeah, yeah,
I put a music on, and I feel great about it. It
yeah, yeah.
doesn't change my mood, but I feel great about this feeling that I'm having at the time. You know what I mean? Even being sad or something. So
Oh yeah,
power,
absolutely.
power of music, it's something that it moves you, it makes you, it brings the best of you when you are listening to music.
I fully agree, and I think it's strange, isn't it? Because it depending on, as you were saying, depends what mood you're in. The
Yeah,
music can
yeah,
sound. It could be the same song, but it could sound different depending on what mood you're in. Yeah,
totally, totally.
man, it's powerful stuff.
Yes, and it's interesting because growing up back in Brazil, I'm from Brazil, and I remember my dad. He was a truck driver, and he was driving sometimes. And when I was on summer holidays, I was with him, and I
Yeah, yeah,
remember like in the 80s, growing up in the 80s, beginning of the 90s, he was listening to Elton John, to those 80s stars. And
yeah,
I remember at the time, I even didn't understand the lyrics, the meaning, but the melody stuck with me, like the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
song. When I listen to those music, even nowadays, I understand the lyrics and I go like, oh my God, that's what they meant.
yeah, 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 yeah.
However, the melody, the feeling, it brings me this great energy and brings me to that memory, with my dad growing up. That
Yeah, yeah, that's great. Yeah,
it,
yeah,
it's beautiful music.
yeah.
It
Of course.
connects people. It makes, yeah, I just love it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
As you mentioned about your partner a few times so far, what has been the most meaningful lesson you've learned from her?
Wow, that is an amazing question. Powerful lesson. Oh wow, that is an amazing question. Oh wow. Um, I mean, there's been so many, but the one that springs to mind is just to get moving and be proactive in all areas of life. I think I have a tendency to kind of be quite relaxed about stuff, whereas she's very proactive. She's on it. She wants something, she goes and gets it. So yeah, that's a very good lesson I've learned from her.
Wow,
Very good lesson. She's good at that.
very good. Last question. Ready?
Yeah.
Do it. Last one. Before the last question, as I mentioned about, tell me the very first time when music hit you that felt like, wow, that's my journey. That's what I want to do for my life. That's what I want to be involved with through my life. There was a moment in your life that you felt like, okay, that's the place where I want to be.
I would say watching Back to the Future and the scene, the Enchantment Under the Sea scene where Martin McFly, sorry, plays Johnny B. Good. He plays that big red Gibson ES big hollow body, and I thought that's amazing. That's amazing.
Wow.
Then my dad got a guitar. I can't remember how old I was. It must have been very early 90s. So I must have been about 9 or
Okay.
10. And yeah, I think that was a moment where I was a bit kind of, wow, I want to know more about that. That
Wow.
sounds great. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Last question is, if you could go back in time, in one moment or memory in your life, for any reason, which one that would be and why?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. You've thought about these questions, haven't you?
Of course, I'm going all of that.
That's fantastic. Um, a memory I would go back to and revisit.
Yeah, for any reason, to feel that feeling again, or to have that memory again, or to, you know, I don't know, could be for a positive reason, for a negative reason, could be anything that you go like, wow, I would like to live that moment again.
I
Just
mean,
for a,
yeah, sure. I mean, I think there are so many moments, so many amazing moments I've lived. I think for me, I think it would be maybe purely nostalgic, maybe because we've spoken about the 90s, but maybe to go back to being, yeah, 10 or 11 in the summer in the early 90s without the internet, without mobile phones, social media, and to just, rather than relying on a device in our hands to entertain us,
yeah,
but to go out and play football or to go to the park with your friend, just that kind of, I don't know how to what words to use to describe it, but maybe that kind of naivety, simplicity and naivety, and
yeah,
absolutely, and as you say, not knowing,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, ignorance is bliss. Yeah, I think just, yeah, simplicity. Yeah,
I think we were very lucky to be able to grow up in that decades, because
I think so. Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's a place that's never gonna go back again. The
no,
people, of course, the world we live right now, technology is beautiful as well. There's a lot of things that make our life easy and better, whatever. However, but
yeah,
those time there, it's something that just who lived can tell about it, can explain.
absolutely. I absolutely, and it was a very natural time.
Yes.
I think and it's so strange to think that you go and meet your friend in town and you'll text them, "Oh, I'm running late,"
Yeah.
or you just kind of, I don't know, or call them, "Where are you?" But in the early 90s or whatever,
You're
if you have to expect your friends to be there.
totally, and they
Yeah,
were there, They
yeah,
never missed. They were waiting for you all the
yeah,
time that you made it. It was
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's a time I think would be nice to relive just for a few minutes.
beautiful. Okay, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. I'm going to give away some words, just one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
Okay,
One word for money.
stability,
Fear.
uncertainty,
Life.
happiness,
Love.
pure,
Religion.
I don't know, I'm not a religious person,
Okay? Sex.
fun.
I thought you'd say I'm not a sex person. Joking. Politics.
Scary,
Okay? Friendship.
genuine,
Desire.
needs,
Regret.
overthinking. I know that's two words, but yeah,
It's okay, not a problem. Success.
hard work,
Wish.
hope,
Happiness.
life.
One word for Essex.
One word for Essex, interesting.
Hmm.
It's an interesting place. I don't think I can say too much.
One word for London.
Fantastic.
England. One word.
Amazing.
One word for music.
Passion.
One word for guitarist.
Expression.
And the last one now, musician. One word.
Underpaid.
Love it. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your partner for a coffee, and I'm
Yep.
going to ask her, define Martin in one positive and one negative word only, what should say about you?
Positive word, she'd say I'm loving.
Okay.
And negative, I'd know she would say I'm stubborn.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know that for a fact.
If I would ask the same question to your friends that you met today for a, for a catch up, would be the same answer?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he knows me very well. We've been good friends for a number of years, so yeah, he knows. I would say maybe as a positive, he would say I'm loyal, a loyal
Okay.
friend, but
Mhm.
negative, yeah, maybe, yeah,
Stubborn.
stubborn, yeah.
Love it. Let's play now, Martin and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Do you like dancing, Martin?
Not a massive fan of it, no. I
Okay.
know whenever we're at a wedding or whatever, my other half, she loves dancing. She's a good
Right.
dancer. But me, I think I'm just too self-conscious.
You can ask me a question now, Martin.
Okay. What is your go-to playlist when you are cooking?
Oh my God, what a great question. What a great question. Wow. Right. You know what? When I'm cooking, I don't cook I'm not like a big, cook in the kitchen. However, you know what? The 80s. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But I put something there, you know what I mean? Could be anything from the 80s, can go, to Billy Idol, can go to, to ABBA, thinking of,
Yeah.
be anything that brings me this great vibe, that, I have my, it's funny because on YouTube, when you select a song, it related some songs
Yeah.
to the, and I
That's
love
right.
that good part because I just click on it because I just see the picture and I go like, which song is that? And I just click on it and brings me back to that memories, growing up,
Yeah.
and I go on and on. And I'm kind of person, Martin, that when I discover those songs, I play over and over and over again.
Same. Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
for weeks, like for months, like
Yeah.
always. I'm this kind of person that can play on and on again, no stop. So yeah, back to your question. When I'm cooking, I put the 80s. There is any song that comes up, I'm there. Even the
Yeah,
cooking
fantastic.
becomes longer, the cooking, because I get distracted.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think it should be fun though, shouldn't it? Cooking really, it shouldn't
Good.
be a chore.
It's a therapy. It's a therapy
Yeah,
for sure.
it is. It's very true. Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic.
Did you enjoy the interview?
I loved it. Thank you for having me. It's been great fun.
Thanks
Nice
again.
to talk to you.
Thanks again for being so kind and so sweet and accept my invitation. Thanks for taking the challenge. And I just hope, wish all the best. I think London is the place to be for musicians, and you know very well that. And I think it's great to connect with passionate people here on the show, people who bring
Absolutely.
passion about, music, which I'm sure everyone loves that. And I think it's great to see, people making music, work with music and spreading music around. I think that's the best place to be for sure.
Absolutely. It's a great place. Yeah.
Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Enjoy each day. Enjoy each day and indulge in the blessings and don't worry about the small stuff.
Wow. That could be a good name for your memoir.
There you go. Don't worry about the small stuff. There you go. That's the name of my memoir.
You see?
And that's true. That is so true. That is so something I would say. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, Martin. So thanks again for the interview. Regards to your family, to your partner, and you keep in touch. It was a pleasure to have you on the show. Okay? Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Cheers, William.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. Take care.
See ya. Bye-bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.